I'm Dr. Lara and welcome to my channel. If you have been here for a while, welcome back. And if you are new, welcome. My name's Dr. Lara and I am an angel channeler and healer and intuitive life coach. So this video is about what's going to be going on in the month of March. So I went into meditation and they gave me a couple themes, but they just kind of like outlined it, so I'm going to read what they said and then I'm going to go into the channeling to see what's going to be happening for the month of March. Okay, so their first one was faith over fear. Okay, so I'm going to tune into what they mean by that. Okay, so interesting. They're showing me like two mounds, okay, like they're hills, and one is faith and one is fear. And okay, the reason why they're showing me this is because they're exactly the same, okay? And they're exactly the same because whatever is going on outside of us is exactly the same. Like it's happening, but we get to choose how we are going to move through this next month. Are we going to give into the fear mongering, like they're still projecting a lot of fear that's happening, or are we going to rise above it and choose the knowing that we are always being guided to our highest good? And even though all of this stuff is happening, that we are always exactly where we're supposed to be, like we're not behind schedule or whatever it is. And this is happening like on our own lives, but also globally. It's like we're exactly where we're supposed to be. This is why we came here. This is the whole thing about moving through this ascension process. And it's very intense right now, but they want to remind us that when we choose to have trust, we choose to have faith, that keeps us in a different frequency. Okay, so all of this stuff is happening. They're not saying it's not happening, but because of where we are holding our belief structures and our frequency of what we're choosing to look at, that's how we're going to experience this next month. So if we're constantly scrolling on Facebook and, doing these things of like responding to what other people are saying and throwing blame and being angry and watching the news or watching, and all of this stuff, getting caught up in everything. And they're showing me you're going to be down in the trenches here. You're going to be down in the trenches and it's going to be very stressful and it's going to be really hard on your health. But if you choose to trust and to really work through your own stuff and to ask, how can I help with this ascension process, rather than complaining and blaming and being stuck in all of that, your experience, they're showing me you're going to be up on top of the hill. You're going to be watching it. It's still going to happen, but you're not going to be as affected as the people that are still in the trenches. Okay, so that is going to be very apparent, and it's going to be happening like in our everyday lives with our loved ones, with our neighbors, and there's going to be conversations, and you're going to find that each person has two very different views, very, very different views, and it feels like the energy with that, it's not going to be like, why can't they figure that out or whatever. It's going to be like, huh. It's going to be like, oh, okay, well, that's where they're at. And there really is going to be a level of acceptance that's going to be happening between the comparisons or between the gouge that's happening, because it really is black and white, but there's not going to be this judgment of these people. It's going to be like, okay. And then it feels like the compassionate energy is going to come through, and we're going to be able to hold that space for the people that are down in these trenches to kind of like find their way out of it. So that feels like it's a really good energy, but that's not going to happen till probably the end of March. It feels like we're headed into something that's going to be really, really intense, and people are, and they're showing me like, you know, people are going to be like, what, you know, but it's okay. We're going to get through it. That's pretty intense. All right. Choosing your reality. Okay, the division is farther and farther apart. Oh, okay. So here's another one. They said accelerated growth. Okay. So this is happening on people that have been awake for a while, and it's happening for people that are just waking up. And they're showing me bamboo. So bamboo, it's like when you first plant it, it comes up like maybe an inch for the first year. And then the second year, it's like 2 inches. And then the third year, it's a little bit more. And then the fourth year, a little bit more. But by the fifth year, it's like it goes up. So that's what we are going to be experiencing. Everybody's going to be experiencing accelerated growth. And this is, it feels like it's going to be physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, like on all angles. Like we're not going to be able to escape anything. But it's good. But it's good because this accelerated growth, it's going to be huge. Like we're going to be learning a lot about what has been kept from us. We're going to be learning about why it's been kept from us. We're also going to be learning about what we can do with it. Okay, like for a long time we've been seeing the problems with everything, but now we're going to be seeing how we can solve those problems, which is really, really exciting. So what does this look like for us? It looks like, they're showing me like our crown chakra is just like it just like totally opened up. And a lot of people are going to be getting ideas for like inventions, and their gifts and their talents are going to be coming in. It's like, oh, I could take this to the masses, or I could take this to corporations, or I could take this to people that are suffering from divorce or whatever. So it feels like what we've been cultivating within ourselves, it's going to start connecting with the energy from the universe, and it's going to start coming into not so much form yet, but it's going to be coming with ideas. So if you get woken up in the middle of the night, at like 3 o'clock in the morning, and you come up with this idea, or you have this emotion or whatever, have a journal next to your bed and start writing things down, because it feels like there's going to be a lot of information coming through. And the reason why is because we're ready. Okay, before in other videos talked about how things are breaking down, and at the same time things are going to be building up. So things are already happening. Okay, so things are breaking down over here, and then things are building up over here. But what has to happen is we have to sweep away the rubble from all the things that have been broken down, so that these inventions, these ideas, these new pathways can come through. So it's already in the works, but they're saying that it's going to be happening on the masses level. Okay, like everybody is going to be receiving this information. Okay, this goes back to the choice. Okay, you get to choose if you want to receive this information. Some people may not be ready to receive the information because they're dealing with other stuff in their lives, or they just aren't there yet. But if you've been awake for a while and you feel like you're like wanting to do something or ready to go, but you don't know where to go, it feels like you're going to be getting your ideas soon. Okay. They also want to say that with this, there comes that, like I'm seeing like cement blocks on our shoulders, that the ego is going to get involved. Okay. And they really want you to hear this part. when you get an idea and when you get excited about something, you have all this energy about it and you have like all written down and you know where to go and you know what to do. And then like the dust settles from that. And then the ego comes in, okay, holding us back and saying, who are you to do this? Why do you think you can do this? Or that's a dumb idea or whatever, okay? Whatever the ego says to keep us safe and in our little bubble. But just be conscious of that is going to come up. And when it comes up, say, you know what? No, I'm not going to listen to you. Okay, I'm connecting with my soul and I'm moving forward with this idea. I trust that all the people will come into my life that I need to help me move this forward. Okay, yes, and they're showing me like these roots that we have our roots, and then they're showing me kind of like, oh wow, we're being uprooted. Ooh, okay, what does that mean? Oh, okay. I'm getting the chills. So, what we thought was our reality, and this goes for everybody, what we thought our reality was, it's going to get uprooted. And we're going to see things in a very different perspective, but it's going to be really, really good. Really, really good. Okay. And what happens when you uproot like a plant and you repot it? You take those roots and you break those roots, right? And then you put it in a pot so it can make new roots. But there's a process of breaking and letting things go. But that makes the plant stronger. So it's going to make us even stronger. We have to like get out of the reality and perceptions that we've been in for so long, because where we're going, it's going to be obsolete. So it's going to feel like we're going to be uprooted from our existence, but it's okay. We're not given anything that we can't handle. Okay. All right, the next one. Okay, so it says a culmination. All right, so it's kind of like the same thing, like something that you've been working on for a really long time, like the culmination of all of that, it feels like it's going to start to blossom. Okay, and yeah, it's like the ideas that you've had that's going to come and it's going to blossom, but it's also, and they're showing me like from this side too, but it's like a heavier energy, like the culmination of all the information that you've been receiving, all of the things that you have seen of what has been happening behind the scenes that's coming to light. Like there's going to be something that's going to, it's going to be the straw that breaks the camel's back. And I'm hearing this tink, like you hit something for a long time, and then it's like that 100th time, but you just tap it, and it goes tink, and then it goes poof. Okay. Okay, so they're showing me this. They're showing me the watermelon. So if you put a rubber band around a watermelon, it's not really going to do much. But if you keep putting rubber bands around a watermelon, it's going to be like that 100th rubber band, and the whole watermelon's going to go poof. Okay, and it's messy, and it's gonna be messy, but that's the culmination. Like these people, whoever you are, you're gonna have all of this information that keeps coming in, keeps coming in, keeps coming in, and then something's gonna come into your awareness, and it's gonna go tink, and then you're gonna be like, oh, and it's like your whole world is going to be uprooted. Now they know they just said this same thing, but this is a different group of people. These are the people, this is like the next wave of people that are waking up. And yeah, you're probably not even listening to this video right now. But the people that are, you know who they are. They are going to be waking up really soon. So yeah, we've held compassion for these people, but now it's going to be even more, because they're going to be, actually their minds are going to be blown, but they're going to be okay, and we're going to be okay. Okay, let's see if there's anything else. breakdowns and breakthroughs. So just understand that whenever you have a breakdown, what follows is a breakthrough. And they're showing me like nighttime and then sun. Okay, the waves come in and they go out. The tide comes up, the tide goes out. So there's an ebb and a flow to life. We can't always be on the upswing. You know, we can't always exhale. We have to inhale as well. So we are going up. Like our vibration is going up, but it's not going like this. It's going like this. Okay, kind of like the stock market. It's going like this. It goes up and down. It goes up and down. But it's going up. Hopefully your stock market is going up. But we are going up. Okay, we are going up in our vibration. So they want to say this because they don't want you to get discouraged when things aren't going as you think they should, or when you hear one more thing that's happening and one more thing that's falling apart. And another thing, it's okay. It's okay. It's like fall down 7 times, get up 8. And that's who humanity is. There's no way that we are going to be able to be held down. We are moving into such a rapid pace of awareness and expansion. Okay, and they're funny. They're showing me like the seatbelt. Okay, so put your seatbelts on because we are in for a ride. You think, and they're saying, you think you've seen stuff? You haven't seen anything yet, but they don't want you to be afraid of it. It's exciting. It's exciting to see what's happening on this planet right now. It is exciting for people to come together for a cause that was not even heard of 20 years ago. But so many people are coming together to make America healthy again, to look at things that have been harming us, to get rid of things that have been in our food. Like that is huge. And that's just the surface of what we can see. So that's what's happening. Okay. The culmination of, okay, here it is. All these people, all of us that have been thinking these thoughts, sitting on an island, thinking that we are crazy, that we are the only ones that have been thinking these thoughts, they're showing me that it's connecting. We are connecting as a mass, as a group of people, and we're connecting our thoughts together. And when that happens, we create momentum to have breakthroughs. Okay, the breakdowns are already happening. It's already happened, and it's already happening. But now we as humanity, we've always been connected, but now with our light, with our intention, we're going to connect with people, and that's what's going to create change on this planet. And that's where we are headed, not just in the month of March, but for the rest of actually our existence. Is like we are going to be moving forward, creating change. But for this month, this is where we are going to be connecting. So if you find yourself having these ideas and you're talking to someone and they'd be like, oh my gosh, you think that way too? And then you can start thinking, well, what can we do about that? And then, oh, I know a person, and see how things are all connected. That's what's going to be happening. So they're showing me till the soil. All right. Make sure you are good. Make sure you are ready to receive this information. Take care of yourself. Eat well. Drink water. Get rest. Take time for yourself. Self-care, self-care, self-care. And then you will be like fertile. So when these ideas come, you will be able to act on them, and then you'll have the energy to go and meet with other people. We, the people, have the power. Okay? Please understand that we hold the power now. And with every action we take, it leads us towards our highest good. Every action. Doesn't matter where we are or what we're doing. There's no right, there's no wrong. Without the yin, there's no yang. Without the light, there's no dark. Without the sun, there's not the moon, right? So every single person on this planet is playing an important part. and everyone is exactly where they're supposed to be, doing exactly what they need to be doing. So they're asking for radical acceptance and surrender to what is, and allowing things to play out without our agenda of thinking the way or thinking that it should be a certain way. It's the way it is. So surrender to it and ask, how can I help? What can I do? What do I need to learn? Okay, let me see if there's any other one. Nope, that was the last one. Okay, so those were the themes for March. Sounds like we're in for an exciting time. So thank you so much for being here. I appreciate your support and your love. I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful day.